Hello and welcome in to the ACFL on FanBlitz Network. I'm your host, Matt Sparks, and I am here with you for the final game of our 8 games of Week 1 American Continental Football League action. Today, we have the number 2 Reno Whiptails traveling to Boise to take on the number 1 ranked Boise Painters. Here you see John Moore, quarterback, number 4. And John Manzano, quarterback for the Boise Painters, decked out in their black and orange. So, thank you for joining us here in Boise at Rocky Mountain High School Stadium. And this is the American Continental Football League. Some action. So to wrap some scores for you, Mississippi travel to Arkansas and take down the Storm 19-13. The Loggers travel to Pennsylvania to take on the Quakers, and they fall 7-19. The Missions travel to Albuquerque to the desert to take on the Dukes in the Saturday morning war in the desert. They fall 10-16. Pioneers took down the San Diego Helm 20-6. The Peaks traveled to Oklahoma City, falling to the Oklahoma City Stampede 22-24. And the Cruisers, in the highest scoring game of the week, take down the Continentals in a barn burner 31-28. Finally, our latest game, Wichita traveling to Omaha, taking down the hometown Omaha Union 21-14. As we have the Reno Whiptails offense on the field, single back set, dropping back to pass, looking, and wow, manages to get it out to his receiver and goes up over the defender for the first down. Single back set, and that's going to go nowhere. So, if you're unfamiliar with this Boise team, they're called the Painters because the Painters is a local colloquialism there in Idaho for Panthers, which are native to the Idaho Mountainous regions, or Wildcats. So, as for Reno, they're called the Whiptails in reference to the whiptail lizard that is found in the sagebrush area outside of Reno, Nevada. 3rd and 10 here, looking to pass and gonna hit him out of bounds. That is not gonna do it. 4th down and 10. So from the 40-yard line, 4th and 10, here comes our first punt of the game. The fans here in Boise like to see their defense hold up, and they like to see their receiver field it with a bit of room here. Gets it up near the 40-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about 38-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 37. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The quarterback takes it from under center, hands it off to the running back, and the running back is going to get past the 50-yard line, down inside the 45-yard line. Looks like to about the 46-yard line. Did not get a generous spot there. So quarterback drops back to pass, gets it out to his running back, and that running back's got to be tired with 2 successive first downs. So 1st and 10 again from the 34-yard line. Quarterback with 2 backs next to him in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking. Hits the running back from his left down the field on a Texas route, and that's going to be near the 15-yard line. Looks like the 16-yard line is where they're going to mark him. 1st and 10. So this Boise Painters offense is on the move early at home. Quarterback dropping, and that's going to be a completion on the stat sheet, but not much more than that, as it only picks up 1 before he goes out of bounds. Nearing 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Boise quarterback under center, hands it off to his running back. He's up the middle and just can't quite get there. So close to that goal line. Looks like he's going to be brought down at about the 2 after that big run. He has been doing work on this drive, and the Whiptails are loading up to try to stop this run. So the Boise Painters are going to go for pass. Good defense there by the Whiptails. The Boise Painters receiver cannot get his hands on that pass, and so it's going to be 2nd and goal quarterback in the shotgun, back lined up to his left. Takes a snap, hands it off to his running back. They spread him out with that free wide receiver formation, and they used it as a decoy to hand it off to their running back. They wanted to get the big guys out of the formation. They wanted to get more defensive backs in, and they use that to their advantage. They run it, and they get it. Boise Painters take a 6-0 lead, and they'll tack on the extra point to make it 7-0. 1:40 left in the first quarter. Reno Whiptails taking on the Boise Painters. So here's the kick from Boise, and the Whiptails. Offense couldn't get anything going on their last drive. Let's see what they do here. So first and 10 from the 24-yard line. Quarterback under center, single back formation. Drops back to pass. He's looking, and he's got a receiver deep. Can he get his hands on him? He can. Quarterback didn't quite put it out far enough. That gave the defender a chance at it, even though the receiver had a beat. Receiver had to slow up for it, and so the defender got his hands on it. Hand off to the right. He's got some room. Gets up past the first down marker. Gets up to about the 38-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 36. A minute 10 left to go in the first quarter. First and 10 from the 36. Passes it over the middle, and he's got a receiver, and he's got a first down. Right on top of that Boise Painters logo there in midfield.
First down.
Single back set here. First and 10 from the 48. Quarterback drops back to pass. He's looking and spins. Spins out of a tackle, tries to throw it anyway, bounces right into the hands of a Boise defender, and he's got some space to work. So gets it back to about the 46-yard line. That is not what you want to see. So a lethargic offense on the first drive and a turnover on the second drive. I don't know where he was looking there because that receiver had about 3 defenders around him, so the quarterback's just asking for trouble by doing that. Boise Painters offense back on the field, 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Another decent run by their back, who's done a lot of work early on in this game. Gets him right to the 49-yard line. 20 seconds left to go in the first. Second and 5. Drops back to pass. He's looking and gets his hands on it. That could have been disastrous. So once again, 35 from the 49-yard line. 14 left to play in this first quarter. Drops back to pass. Let's see where he's looking. He's looking out to his running back, but it bounces to an offensive lineman. And so, if you don't know, here in the American Continental Football League, an offensive lineman can advance the ball if it's tipped by somebody else.
First down.
280 set.
So at the end of the first, Boise leading the Reno Whiptails with the ball up 7-0. Gives it to their running back. And second and 6 from the 38-yard line as we're early in the second quarter. Single back formation for the Boise Painters offense. Gives it to his running back. Off to the right. Takes up another quick staying ahead of schedule. You have to like what you've seen from this running game so far. I know I do. 3rd and 4 here for the Painters. And they give it off to the other running back. They run a little inside run. He gets it out to the outside, and he gets a huge gain on that one. Down to the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Painters. And this Reno Whiptails defense has no answer. Measure of revenge there as they're able to stop him. 2nd and 13. 3:40 left to go in the second quarter. From the 15-yard line, drops back pass. Looking for a receiver, he's got his hands on it. That is an easy catch. Well, difficult catch actually. He did a bit of acrobatics to put his hands on it. That after the catch, easy run in for the touchdown. And that's what you want if you're the Boise Painters. players. You want receivers who can get separation, something the Reno Whiptails have not been able to accomplish so far.
The point after a tail is
Barely sneaks that one in there to make it 14-0. 3.5 minutes left in the second half, or the first half.
number 22 with the tackle.
Boise fields it again, and again, not a big return there. Reno fields it again, and again, not a big return there. First and 10 from the 25. Reno has to try and get something going here on offense in Boise.
Number 25
And that's not going to help. Stop right at the line, second and 10.
with the second.
It's actually going to lose a yard for second and 11.
7-14.
So, hands it up the middle. Running back second pick a few yards there. They're going to need more than that as it is 3rd and 6 as we near the 2-minute warning.
Number 45.
Nothing doing there. Stop behind the line yet again. Looks like it's going to be 7. 4th and 9. They're going to say he lost 3 yards. I don't know if I agree with that spot, but here we are. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, Painters up 14-0, and the Reno Whiptails are about to punt it back to them again. So, for the Whiptails, there's the boot. The receiver has it, trying to make a play. The field gets up to about the 45-yard line, and that's where they're going to start. Good starting field position for the Painters here. Less than 2 minutes left to go. All their timeouts. They have a good chance to score here if they want to. Boise Painters.
Incomplete pass.
Puts it on the hands of his receiver, but the receiver doesn't get it in his hands, and that indeed is the crucial part. As we have 1:50 left to play in the second half. 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Single back formation for the Painters. Quarterback pounds, passes it, gets it out to his receiver. He's got a first down, gets close to that 40-yard line, maybe to 38. Or maybe to 42. Sorry, I was on the wrong side of the 40. 1:20 left to play here in the second half. From the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. And Pounds is going to get sacked for a huge loss right there on top. Backed up all the way to the 48-yard line, 2nd and 19. Single back formation here. Let's see if they try to throw out of that again. Tries to get it out to his receiver. His receiver had a bit of separation, but that doesn't matter. The defense gets their hands on it at the line. So 3rd and very long. They were hoping to pick up about 10 out of that last play so they could have 3rd and manageable, but no such luck. Gets it to his receiver, who's going to praise him back across the line here. And if I'm the Boise Painters, I'm just going to let this clock run out. I'm not going to punt it, not going to take any chances here. Just take this lead into halftime. But when has anybody ever listened to me? There's the boot. And receiver fields it with a little bit of space. So the Reno Whiptails probably not going to have a ton of urgency here. If I was them, I'd come out and run it a couple of times, see if you can break something, but don't be trying to push that ball up the field with just 16 seconds left, and they're going to do it anyways. And oh my goodness, it looks like the right decision as the running back has it, but can he make it all the way out? So big pass downfield from this offense who has had no success early on in this game. And if that running back had been a little faster, he'd be celebrating in the end zone right now. Instead, he makes it down to about the 17-yard line. And they call the timeout. 8 seconds left, so let's see what they can do here.
Cover.
And you can't afford to take a sack there, but does anyways. There's the timeout.
Ready, set,
So if you're the Whiptails, why would you not kick the field goal here? Now maybe they score, sure, but it's a big unnecessary risk. 1 second left to go, and surely they're going to
Number 35, tackled by number 45. 3rd down.
They're going to try to go for this.
Caught by the offense.
Down 14-0, they don't want a field goal, they want to score. And with the pitch out to the right, are they going to get it? Oh, so close! Down to the half-yard line, but but does not get it. So the Whiptails desperately trying to score before the half. It does not happen. So we're going to go into the half down 14-0. Reno would have had all the momentum coming out of the half and they couldn't convert it. In the end, the score stays what it was. So, you're watching the American Continental Football League on FanBlitz Network. I'm your host, Matt Sparks. And let's look to the second half here, see if this Reno offense can get anything going at all. And see if they can try to put the clamps on this Boise offense for the limit. So with another score or two, if Reno can't get anything going, especially as they're kicking it off out of the half, this has the potential to be the most lopsided game we've seen here in week 1 of the American Football.
Hey, listen up, listen up.
So quarterback pounds under center for the Panthers. Looking for somewhere to go with it. It's batted down at the line. And if you're the Painters, you got 6-minute quarters, right? So there's no need to get too risky with the ball here. Yes, it's fast-paced. Yes, you want to go, but keep handing it off, keep churning out yards, keep running the You have 12 minutes left of game time.
Let's go get one.
Before this thing's in the books. Running back catches it. That's only going to be a gain of 1 or 2. So it's going to be second and long. Second and 9 from the 43.
Here we go.
Running back lined up. Pounds is left. Pounds in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to his running back. Puts it right in the hands of his receiver. But a blatant drop there. I think you heard footsteps. Third and 9 for the Painters. Drops back to pass, looking for somewhere to go with it. I don't know if anybody caught that one. And apparently they did, because the loss of a yard, 4th and 10. Here comes the Painters for the punt. So that's what you wanted if you're the Whiptails coming out of the half. If the Whiptails can manage to score here, this might be an entirely different game. We've seen in this ACFL Week 1 what can happen when you let these teams kind of hang around. The Wichita Pressures just showed that against Omaha. And here, Reno Whiptails will have a good start against the Painters.
With the tap, first down.
So, quarterback under center. Single back behind him.
Cover that guy. Cover that guy.
Here's the pass. Receiver gets his hands on it. Second running back got his hands on it. And it's going to be a few yards. Second and 2. So, a little bit of life out of this Reno offense early in the second half.
Block him.
Incomplete pass.
Right out the hands of both an offensive man and a defensive man. And that's not a winning form. So, 3rd and 2. They really need this one. You don't want to have to punt it back to the Boise Painters.
Push him, push him.
And it's close. We'll see. Yes, they're going to give him the first down. So the official signals for a first down, 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line, right there in the middle of that Boise logo.
Cover that guy. Cover that guy.
Gets caught up on the center snap exchange, and we've seen that a few times here in week 1. But still manages to scramble out of there.
Ready. 3.
This Reno offense has a bit more fight than we saw in the first half.
Push him.
Yard loss on the way. Number 35, tackled by number 47.
On 3rd down, 3rd and 4.
Ready. Gap.
He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to get it out to his receiver, and that's a first down. Reno Whiptails, as we're getting close to the end of the 3rd quarter here, they're looking to end this quarter with He scored, but that's not going to help there as the quarterback gets taken down right at the line. And as many times as you've seen this botched quarterback center exchange and has seen the two get tangled up, I don't know why you would still have the quarterback go under center here. This center, as you can see, is obviously taking a drop step back to block, but the quarterback is getting tangled up with him as he's trying to drop back. Clean drop back there, but not a clean pocket as the defense closes quickly, and that's how we're going to end the third quarter.
Fourth down.
So as we end the third quarter, 4th and 10 for the Reno Whiptails. Looks like they're going to have to punt again to the Boise Painters, and that's not what they wanted. A promising drive, all for naught. Here's the boot, trying to pin him deep, and manages to do it. So the final game of our Week 1 action here in the American Continental Football League on Fan Blitz Network, and the Boise Painters are out to a 14-0 lead as we enter the fourth quarter, and don't want that to happen, but they do have a bit of a cushion there as Pounds is sacked for a big loss, 2nd and 15, single back behind him. Hands it off to his running back. This running back has been a workhorse today. Only manages a couple there.
Here we go.
So 3rd and 14 for the Painters. 14-0 over the Whiptails. Playing it conservatively here, as you can see. They're going to try to throw it deep here and try to convert, and why wouldn't you? But that's not going to get it. It's going to be 4th and long and another punt. So even though this Reno Whiptails offense has been a bit disappointing, this defense in the second half has really tightened up. Part of it's the conservative play calling from the Painters trying to protect the lead, but part of it is just this Reno team trying to fight here on the road to come out of here with at least a respectable score.
Georgia.
So quarterback under center again.
Push him.
Bounce back to pass. He's looking. He
Incomplete.
gets it into the hands of his receivers, but he had a defensive man near him and might have been a little more focused on the defender than the ball. 3:46 left here to go in the fourth quarter. That's plenty of time for these guys. Remember, these teams are excellent at utilizing every second of the clock, so 3 minutes to them would be like 6 to 8 minutes in the NFL.
Go. Cover him.
Hands it off inside.
Yard loss on the run.
No urgency here yet. 4th and 5. Of course, they're going to go for it down 14. They're not going to try for this field goal because field goal doesn't do you a lot of good when you're down with this.
Watch the blitz.
Gives it to his receiver, and that's not going to go. So, for all the hype I've given this Reno Whiptails defense, the Boise defense has done their part all game, still pitching a shutout. Pounds gets the snap, hands it off to his running back. A couple of first downs will seal it here. And the Reno Whiptails call the timeout to try to conserve some.
Here we go.
So, nearing the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 5 from the 33-yard line. Painters with the ball. Reno calls another timeout, desperately trying to conserve some time. It's going to be 3rd.
Let's go get one.
So Painters 3rd and 5. A conversion here puts them in a lot better chance. They're not going to get that. The Reno Whiptails going to take their final timeout. And so we started the drive at about 2:45. We end this drive with a punt at 2:18 from the 33-yard line. Reno Whiptails have used all of their timeouts. Fair catch called for. From the 26-yard line, a long way to go for this Reno Whiptails offense that hasn't shown a ton today.
Check the linebacker. Push him.
Has a receiver up the seam, and he's got some space. That'll flip the field position down to about the 38-yard line there for the Reno Whiptails as we hit the 2-minute warning. Clock stops again.
Ready.
So, 2 minutes left. Quarterback under center.
Incomplete.
Tries to get it out to his running back again. Can't get his hands on it that time. 1:57 left to play. 2nd and 10. So the Reno Whiptails need a score, an onside kick, and another score if they're going to have any chance at this. And also, they're going to need some guys to catch some footballs.
3rd down.
1:54 left to play. 3rd and long from the 38-yard line after what was started out as a promising drive. For Reno ends in disaster. A sack.
4th down.
4th and 10. They're obviously going to go for it. They don't have any choice here. But I'm not sure what play you have for 4th and 10. And the play is no play. So the Painters can come out and essentially kneel this thing out, and they will. They're in victory formation. No timeouts left for the Whiptails. They cannot stop it. And so Reno and Boise and quarterback Diego Pounds are going to kneel it out. Victory formation, and for a fan sitting in the stands for your home team, that's the best formation in football right there. Letting it run down as far as they can before they take this final knee and end this game. And that'll do it, folks. The Boise Painters at home in Week 1 of the American Continental Football League take down the visiting Reno Whiptails. Punt here is just a formality.
Number 45 with the tackle.
So, the Painters with the dominant win over the Whiptails only had to play it conservatively in the second half and were the lower scoring game. In fact, our lowest total score of the week as the Painters take down the Whiptails 14-0 at home in front of the home crowd to move to 1-0 in American Conference play, but also in the Western Division play. So, I've been your host, Matt Sparks. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Drive Ride Service, the rideshare company in the tri-state area. If you need a ride in Reno or a ride in Boise, call Drive. I've been your host, Matt Sparks. This has been the American Continental Football League on the Fan Blitz Network. I encourage you to follow our YouTube channel. I encourage you to follow us on Twitch for live broadcast. And as always, you can catch all the ACFL action on Fan Blitz Network. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for Week 2 of the American Continental Football League.
This has been a presentation of the American Continental Football League. This broadcast and all associated imagery are the property of the ACFL and Fan Blitz Network. Any use of materials, descriptions, or written accounts of the game without the written consent of the ACFL or Fan Blitz Network is prohibited.